Good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are just going to continue to work on our Altered Christmas book for the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 24 series, hosted by Terry Lee at Sweet Pea Papers. So if you want to be eligible to win the drawing that she is having on August 1st, do make sure you go post pictures at Sweet Pea Papers and Junk Journal Tutorials and more Facebook groups. So there is another graphic that I need to find and print that lists all the wonderful designers that contributed kits for the creators. I want to make sure they all get credit. The kits were all really beautiful and fun and different and amazing, and I don't want to diminish the creators that I didn't use for the book. It just was the style of the kits that made me choose what I did. I just finished filming video 4. I did go and print a few more things. I stuck with Nonstop Paper Crafts and Line Dot Arrow with the Cozy Christmas kits, except I know this one is from Line Dot Arrow's Golden Christmas kit, but I have to use cat somewhere. I have to use the kitty. Anyway, so this was my misprint the other day from when I was trying to reprint this piece, and I have a fun thing I want to do. I have lost my bit. There it is already. I got this really cute napkin last year, and I just love her. I think she is so fun. So we have Santa with the packages, and she's like, "Hey, Santa, nice package," which I think is a hoot, 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 hoot. So I'm going to fussy cut Santa, and I'm going to glue him to these book pages to stabilize him so he can become a pocket. So thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, as always, I really appreciate your support and your encouragement. It really means a lot to me. I am not in such a big rush to get this book done now because I am not going on my trip, which does not make me very happy. But it is what it is. So I told you guys in the last video, I went to the doctor yesterday and my foot is showing 0 signs of healing. 0. There's a word for it. There's a technical term for it. Basically, it means non-healing. And it means that they have to go in and take out the piece of bone that was cut that is not bridging. And he said that for some people, they can just be like that forever and not have any issues. But because I'm having so much pain still, and I'm not able to walk on it, cannot put weight on it really. I mean, I could put some weight on it. I shouldn't say I can't put any weight on it because that's not a true statement. However, I can't put enough weight on it. It's not progressing. The healing process is not progressing. So, he's got to take it out, which is not what I wanted. That was an option at the very beginning of this. I didn't want him to take the bone out because it can make my little piggy toe be a little flaphasm. And that was not what I wanted. So I guess you can want in one hand and you know what in the other. See which hand fills up first. So, and so yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, it is what it is. I just can't. I have to heal. They had said there's like a bone stimulator machine. It's like an ultrasound machine, and they can try to stimulate the bone growth. And I said, "Oh, really? Well, what would that look like?" And he goes, 3 months, 3 or 4 months till we see if it works. If it works. I said, just take the bone out. Oh, so yeah, that's Tuesday. So this is going to air after that. So by the time you see this, I will have already done it. And so yeah, not very happy about that. But I have to move on. I cannot just, I mean, I've been down for 10 weeks with the foot. It's time to move on. It's time to be able to resume life again. It has been, I'm telling you, the process of this has really put me in some really dark times, and I'm not like that. I mean, I'm just not like that. And so it's been a big battle. But the battle is almost over. It's almost over. Just a few more weeks of this, I hope. I hope until it heals and I can ride my bike and go to the lake and do some things and hopefully be able to play pickleball this winter with no issues. So I'm trying to be optimistic. Trying. Okay. So Santa's gonna have to dry. I think this is like 3 layers plus him, so that's 4 layers. So we're gonna do 1 more layer a book page. And the reason that I'm just kind of going around the outline of this is so that I don't glue a whole bunch of area that I don't need to have glue, just to try to not use as much glue. But this will sit. I need to go eat some lunch. And so I'm gonna let this dry while I go eat lunch. I need to remember to get some more glue sticks out too when I come back up. And then, yeah, I'm hoping this will be a fun page. I don't know what we're going to do for a background yet. We're going to do something, hopefully, that's fun and different. I was like, I've already painted on screen. We haven't done a whole lot of inking or stenciling, so maybe that's what we'll do on this page. We'll see. I had gotten these stencils last year, and I thought that might be fun with some texture paste and something. We'll see. I am going round and round and round with this page and what I want to do with it. But I think I have a plan. I was brainstorming with a couple of friends, and so I have put her on white cardstock. She's going to be a pocket, okay? I have my green glacier paste here that I want to put through this design, and her hat has some designs on it that like her knitted and her gloves as well. So I'm gonna pull the green out of that. And even though this side is going to be the reds, I'm hoping that the green is going to be okay. It may make me change gears, but we'll see. I have not put the glacier paste through a stencil in quite a while, but we're gonna go for it because the worst that can happen is it messes up. Oh, I did change gears. You can see here I've got 3 colors of green. That stays on is very, very difficult to ink. It must be the chemical makeup. Because it's permanent, maybe, I don't know, but I'm getting tired of fighting with it to ink the edges of things. I pulled out Forest Moss, and that's not the right color, so I got Rustic Wilderness, and while that is more green than what I want, it's better in tone, I think, than the Forest Moss. So I'm going to switch to doing my edges with the Rustic Wilderness. I think it'll be fine. I'm not that worried about it. So yeah, well, now it's under my fingernails, and that'll be there for a couple days. It'll last until after I wash my hair for sure. So I'm just going to get a little bit of glacier paste on my palette knife. Hopefully it doesn't squish under too much. Oh, hope. And I don't want to waste, obviously, because I'm having difficulty finding it. And I've used quite a bit of the green over the years. So I'm just going to get some on. And it's okay if it's not filling the entire pattern. It's just mostly to get the idea that it's there and add some shimmer to our page, right? Hopefully. Trying to just go in one direction, and then let's see, she's gonna be, yeah, so I may come down here a little. don't mess it up. Ooh, so pretty. Okay. And then try not to mess up my design. And just bring a little bit more down this area here that's going to be visible. And we are just gonna kind of wing it. I'm not going to push that down. I don't want to mess it up. Careful. Oh my word, Jody. Okay. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I see what's going on. Yep. Right there, maybe. I'm hoping. Close enough. Close enough. Just want to get some more interest down here. Just a little. Again, not a lot. It doesn't have to be a lot, just to add a little bit of interest to the page. So I'm not going to waste what's on my stencil for sure. Not wasting that. Let's get a lid back on this. And, ooh, hey, there's a big glob on there still. Where is my wet wipe? And we'll come and flip to another page. There was a page with some gesso on it somewhere right there. Let me just lay this down and wipe it. Hopefully you can see that. And hopefully that's doing what I want it to do on that underside, which I will show you as soon as I can let go and manage not to mess up what's wet that's going to have to sit and dry for a little bit. I don't know what that will do if I heat tool it, actually. There's still going to be glittery bits on that. It's okay, because I typically just use that for Christmas anyway. But now you can see I've got good background on that page too. So that's awesome. Okay, so this page I'm going to heat tool. I'm not worried about that page. I just don't know if this will try to bubble or boil if I heat it. So I do definitely want to be careful as far as that goes. But I'm still working on a plan. I have to figure out what I'm going to use for a tag behind her. And then we have to get Santa on his piece as well. Now I'm glittery, and I will be glittery for the rest of the day. One thing about the glacier paste is it definitely stays with you when you use it. Okay, so I've got my pocket glued down here. I can put the Nuvo paste away, the glacier paste, and put that away. I'm gonna have to stop and do a little bit of a cleanup session because it's encroaching in my space again. It doesn't take much when we're working on with so many bits and pieces. So I have Santa here. Santa's gonna be like hanging out on the rooftop here. I have this piece of the digital that I was trying to find an image to make a tag with, and I was between this image and oh my gosh, this one. I kind of like the shiny, and the package is all pretty, and so I'm thinking I might use that one after all. I think I'm gonna back that one, but this is a shiny image, so I have to use my 3-in-1 to back that, or art glitter glue, but art glitter glue shows through, so I think I remember liking using the 3-in-1 better. But I can't get it out of I'm gonna have to fight with it, so I'll glue that off screen so we don't have to watch the mess that will be. We do have some bits here that are big enough I could use just as the backing papers for these, or I think I will just use maybe coffee dyed paper for that. I'm not sure. I'm not there yet. But my art glitter glue is drying, and I want to get him on here. I'm not sure if that glacier paste is dry. I did hit it a little bit with my tool, heat tool. That's the tool. And it seems to be like it's doing okay, but we'll see. So I'm going to kind of repeat with Santa what we did in the Creep on June with the planchette. But I don't want his slider to show. So we need a strip of paper. And let's just get a scrap out of the bin. It's gonna be big enough. I have so many scraps. I really am trying to use the scraps up. And I've been good about reaching for them since I sorted them by color and put them under. It's been nice because I've been able to use them. Now that's going to be too wide. We are going to see that, and I don't particularly want to see that. So let's cut this down more. What does this measure? This is 1.5 inches. So I think if I cut this down to a 1-inch strip, that is going to be perfectly fine for not seeing it behind him. And so we want to figure out, yeah, where do we want him on here? Kind of like so. So I could just fold it, and of course we'll fold it straight. That would be quite helpful. And where's my bone folder? Look, I put it away. So how about that? So we'll back that to the back of his head, something like that. So let me clip it and hope it holds. And then for his feet, it doesn't have to have a lot of top to bottom clearance. It just needs to clear. So I'm just going to kind of, hang on, because that will end up coming down like this. So actually, I want it to be like there. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to fold that. Oh, I scratched it hard enough. My nail kind of scored it. I have to cut my fingernails. They are way too long right now. All right, so I want to make sure that's going to fit and that it's going to slide. And it looks like it's going to slide with no issue. We have a little bit of play, but not a lot. So that means Mr. Santa Claus can slide on our chimney. It's going to be so cute. So then I want to, I'm looking at that and I'm like, why does that look funny? But it's because I have it on here backwards. It's totally fine. So then what's going to happen is we will glue this on Santa's back where we want him, but we're only gluing these the little flaps, the little pieces. If we glue the big piece, then it's going to ruin our slider. So we'll get those glued to Santa. Let's get that built. There is no top or bottom on this. So I want to make sure that I have this kind of where I want it when I glue the bits on here. So let's say like, yeah. So let's put a little bit of glue on our pieces. That doesn't look like I folded that very straight, does it? Maybe I need to just adjust it. So this has been really good for me to work on this project and just trying to not think about stuff. And sometimes that's easier said than done. But I'm enjoying the project and I want to get it done for sure. And I think I am going to work on some bits off screen just so I can make a little bit more progress, because I feel like at this rate, what video is this? Video 5, maybe? So I want to have a couple videos per week, I hope. Oh, Santa, I hope I have you positioned okay. I just lost my train of thought. It's okay. par for the course today. And then these are going to go underneath. Remember, we do those under, so we still have room. We could still tuck something. And so Santa can slide. But I want this more to the top. We have the title over here, so I don't need to see it twice. I want him to be a little bit lower because I think I want to put some diamond dust under him, but he's got to be high enough that he'll slide. I feel like I need to put a pull under him before we glue this. So I think I will find, what will I find? See what's in reach here. Do I have just a little bit of this that I could cut off? What about just a little piece of a piece? A little piece of a piece. How does that sound? Yeah, I'm just going to cut a little strip of this fabric. And it's a contrasting color, which I think is fine. It'll pull the greens from over here. I don't think I want to use that though. No, I don't want to use that. What about, no. Okay. So I have glue stick on the back of my background piece, and this is going to be a little bit tricky. I hope I don't mess this up. So I'm going to glue that there. Leave this picked up a little bit. Man, I don't know about this. I don't know. And then I'm going to put some art glitter glue on my little flap here. And hope I don't mess up my page, because I should have just glued it to the back of the background page, but do I do things the easy way? Never. And I want Santa close to the bottom, but not all the way at the bottom. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it for now. And I think that's going to look okay. Maybe, baby. Yeah, about right there. So I can glue that piece down. And then come over here, get some glue on this flap, and do it the most difficult way ever. Okay, so then we'll get this side down and hopefully get it relatively straight. Otherwise, Santa's on a crooked chimney. All right, so there we go. Got glue stick there. I don't want glue stick there. So now Santa can play around on the rooftop. Yeah. And then what I want to do is I'm going to have to push him all the way to one side. And we're going to use our, I'm going to open this new tacky glue because I'm not going to mess with fighting the other one right now. Ooh, that is a big opening. I'm just going to come in here and get some glue down like so. And I want to smush that like with my finger. I want good adherence of glue. A little bit more up into the pink here. A little bit, come on. I don't want it to be so thick that it's going to impede Santa's movement, for sure. We got to be really mindful and careful of that. And I don't have a napkin, and I don't have any cute little spoons on my desk right now. To try to control this a little bit better, what I do need is a piece of paper under here to catch extras. And I'm trying to be very mindful of this diamond dust because I don't think it would be good for like Chloe when she gets up here. I don't want it to get in her little tootsies and cause any damage, so I'm trying to just be real careful with it as far as that goes, because I don't want her to get it in her feet. Like Mark was in here before he left this morning, and I said, gosh, I'm really worried about her being up here and me getting this, you know, everywhere and having an issue for her, because that would make me really sad. So I'm just getting my glue on there, just some, you know, wet glue, smushing that around. Make sure there's not a hard edge in the middle there where I didn't get it. Just wipe it on the book page for now. I love this stuff. Love it. And then Santa's on the snowy roof, right? And I'm just gently pressing that into the glue so that it will stick, hopefully. I'm making sure his feet are not stuck down, and that nothing is stuck to the to his feet. That's the word. Oh my goodness. Okay, lid on my glue, lid on this glue. I'm over fighting with this bottle, so the Barely Arts glue is going to be getting opened. I got glue in the diamond dust off my fingers, so I'll pick those bits out. I don't want that in there because it looks dark. It looks like dirty snow. We don't want dirty snow. Okay, so now we have snow for Santa under him. And we can still see the music through there, so that's kind of fun. And then what was the other thing? So I had made this into a journaling card, and the 3-in-1, because it's goopy too, I can still see it, but it'll be okay. I'm not gonna worry about it too much, but I don't know if I like that in there. So I'm not going to put it in there right now, but I'll figure out something for a tag in that pocket. So I'm going to let that dry. We will call that good for today because I need to put some of the diamond dust here, just a little bit at the bottom here. I didn't leave a whole lot of room. I'm going to prop that because I want to use glossy accents on Hey Santa Nice Package just to make that pop, I think. And then, yeah. And we could put something behind Santa if we wanted to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But I like that we have another fun page. I think it's good. I have to get this all moved off so I can dump my mat into the trash and clean up and get a plan for the next page. I mean, I do have this page with some stuff in here, but I had done die cuts in the last video that I made, so I didn't want to do them in this video. But it doesn't, I mean, just because we use them doesn't mean that it's necessarily redundant. I just want to make sure that what we're making is maybe inspiring you to play with your stuff. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate the time that you spend with me. And I know how many options you have. And with so many collaborators working on Christmas in July, it's a lot of content to watch. Like, it's only the 3rd, and I'm so far behind on everybody's videos. So hopefully I can get a couple watched this afternoon and go from there and get caught up on my normal stuff too. Like, I know Rhoda's got some Creep on June videos out, and I'm behind on those. So I am behind. I know I'm behind, but I'll get caught up. So have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and thank you for just being here. I'm really having fun working on this book. I like that it's kind of an eclectic collection of things, and I like using like the digitals as my base pieces and then trying to find things in my stash that go with them to kind of bring them to life and do something different with them. Oh my gosh, I love Santa, and I'm thinking Santa might need some glacier paste in his beard and maybe a little on his hat, because why not? And I also want to make sure, I do want things hanging off the edges of these pages, hoping I can work something out to use my sewing machine. I'm really missing sewing on pieces because I love how much it adds. Like, I would have stitched around her, but obviously didn't do that in for today, but it is something that I'm missing doing because I do love to stitch my pieces. So anyway, enough of that. I will see you guys in video 6. I think this is 5, so video 6, and I'm not sure what we're going to do. I will clean up and then dig through and see what speaks to me, try to get a plan. And again, I hope you're enjoying this. I hope it's inspiring you to get your products out and just play and see what you can come up with. You know, all the pages are different. So that's the fun thing about this style of book, I think, is there's no hard, fast rule that says what I have to use on each of the pages. I just use whatever I want. So thanks for joining me. Bye.